I learned many lessons in 2025, but I felt this nudge to share the deepest lesson God taught me this year. Because I really believe it's for someone. When God gives you a plan, don't help God adjust it. As in, when God has blessed something, you know that there's a plan that God has given to you, and there's maybe disruption, there's delay. Don't be tempted to pivot or change the plan for God. Are you familiar with the story of Abraham? How God told him was going to make a great nation out of him. At the time of the first promise, Abraham was 75 years of age. They only had Isaac, which was the promised child, at 100. 25 years after, and I really want to believe that there was full conviction that it was going to happen through Sarah's womb. Despite their old age, I'm sure they were trying quite a lot. However, in the middle of that wait, Sarah said, okay, maybe this is not going to happen through my womb, and gave her servant Hagar to Abraham. Hagar had Ishmael when Abraham was 86, and this was 11 years after the first promise. See, again, don't be tempted to patch God's plan for you. I can imagine what that wait must have been like, hearing again and again that Abraham was going to be a father of many nations. Abraham was going to have his son, have an heir of his own, but it didn't seem like it was happening through Sarah, and she decided to adjust God's plan. I learned this lesson in both big and small ways this year. I remember the youth camp happening, and on the first day, we were going to have a bonfire. We had checked out the space where the fire was going to happen, how the seats were going to be arranged, where we were going to get electricity from for sound. We had gotten confirmation as well that it was fine to go. But the day came and they said we couldn't use that spot anymore. So we had to move somewhere else. I remember feeling like, okay, maybe we shouldn't just have the fire anymore. Maybe we should just have the chairs. Maybe we should just remake God's plan. And I remember being encouraged that we should see it through regardless. We had this new location. We tried to find a way to get electricity there, sound, all of it. And I want to tell you that it was very beautiful. Like as if God was really trying to hammer this lesson into my heart. In several different ways, I learned it again and again. Just trust God to the end. It might be looking like delay. It might be looking like not going the way that you think is supposed to go. But God always shows up at the right moment. God always finds a way to make you realize that, wow, trusting Him is the right move. This was a lesson for me this year, and I hope that the right person listens to this to the end. I'll see you next year. Bye.